Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 on the TomFM channel. Hot to the top continues today and we are still hopping our way to the Champions League group stage. We've got both games against PSV in the third qualifying round of the Champions League. In between those two games, we're playing Logano in the league as well. We've only played one game in between episodes. It was against St. Gallen. And we won 3-0, if he wants to load up the fixture list, for whatever reason, didn't load up there. But St. Gallen, we beat them 3-0 with Molnar scoring himself a hat-trick. Now, I'm recording this basically straight after I recorded yesterday's episode. So I've not actually seen any feedback or backlash on the sale of Yuan and the other goalkeeper, Stefan. I've not seen any backlash from that, but I'm just going to assume that you're all with me on it, even though this is probably the first transfer. Selling Yuan, I feel like this is the first transfer. We sold Ben Khalifa and we sold Morandi. I didn't consult you on that, I just did it. And you guys seem to agree with me. I'm not sure if you've agreed with me with Yuan. So we'll wait and see, obviously. I'm maybe saying this and you've all said in the comment section last time, great sale, I don't know, but that's my gut feeling. But I think my feeling to sell him has been justified because Molnar scored 6 goals in 2 games. If he can do it again against PSV today, we are very close to the playoff round of the Champions League and then a win away basically from the group stages. Now for the game against St. Gallen, we played the winger formation to try and rotate things and we played well, but I did think if you look, we won 3-0, all right? We won 3-0. Look at the stats. The stats were very much in our favour, but I did think that St. Gallen had good chances in that game. So I'm a little bit hesitant to use the winger formation. For today's game against PSV, we are going to go back to the diamond. And actually, a few of you in the first episode of this season, the transfer special, they said, I'm not sure about this diamond. You might be a bit susceptible down the wings. And I think we might be, but we won 4-0 against Kiev, so that's my defence. Anyway, this is the lineup then for the game against PSV. Fruchtl starts in goal with a backline of Boone, Augusto, Gonzalo and Biancone because Cruz is looking very tired and not quite match sharp yet either, so that's a little bit frustrating. He's not really getting up to match sharpness very quickly. Sosa in that CDM position, Illich and Schneider in the midfield position. Alex Smith is back from his ban, not banned for 3 games, that's straight red card. He's back into the squad now, which is good to see. Molnar starts as the attacking forward and Patrick Hartman as the pressing forward. So as kickoff is upon us, make sure you drop a like on the video. I'd really appreciate that. We set a target of 350 yesterday. Again, that video's not come out yet for me when I'm recording this. I'm not sure if we actually reached that or not. So in case we didn't, 300 likes on today's video, please. That's what I would love to see as Biancone plays it in towards Schneider in the middle. If we can grab an early goal against PSV, that would be good. We've got the home leg first. That's probably worth mentioning. So hopefully we don't concede any goals to PSV. Keeping a clean sheet today is the most important thing, as their goal kick looked like it was going straight out, but instead Biancone picks it up, but he just gives it straight back to them. So that was good going, wasn't it, Biancone? As PSV looking to come back, but it's a poor pass, and Alex Smith has got it. Alex Smith coming through. Oh, he hits the crossbar. I mean, it's a good start to the game for us, but it could have been better. If we can keep this level of intensity going, force PSV into mistakes like that, we will score some goals. Unfortunately, they've got a corner, which has been cleared, and Alex Smith racing to it isn't going to get there, unfortunately. We still are not in possession as PSV forced to play it backwards, all the way back to their goalkeeper in the end. That's good pressing from us. And again, pressing there from the young striker. But we've still got to do something about their impending attack. And Fruchtl, like how many times have we said it? He's the best. He's probably is the best player in the squad, actually, in terms of, and especially in the amount of times he's saved us, he's definitely the best player in the squad. I think we talk about Alex Smith being good. This season, I think we're going to talk about Molnar on loan being really good. Obviously, he's scored 6 goals so far. But I think Fruchtl doesn't get enough attention. He is the best player in the squad. I've just decided that as well. I'll take it back. I take it all back. Oh, what was that about Fruchtl? Was he sold short here? Was he sold short, or was he just terrible? He was terrible. He actually was terrible there. And terrible, and that's Fruchtl. I was singing your praise, and you do that. So we've got a job to do now by scoring some goals. As Biancone puts it into middle, cleared only as far as PSV players. Although Illich gets on the end of it, but his shooting's rubbish. I wanted to keep a clean sheet here today, but obviously that's not going to happen right now. As long as we stay in the game, I'm happy. As long as we stay in the game, I think we can do it. We just have to... we've got a second half to go, obviously, still, and we can switch to winger formation later on, should we want to put a bit more pressure on them, get a bit more intensity going. We might look to do that earlier rather than later. And considering that we've only had one shot in the second half so far, we're going to do it now, I think. We're going to go straight to the wingers, try and get a few more players forward on the ball. So Tim Wright is going to come on for Patrick Hartman, Molnar staying up front, Jake Allen coming on for Sosa. Swap these two guys around as well. That looks good to me. Let's go attacking as well. I want to just be a bit more direct. Let's try and get the balls into the box a bit more attacking, a few more players further forward up the pitch. But we've only had one shot since those changes have been made. Very attacking now. Demand more from the players. We've got a free kick that Schneider's taking into the area. Cleared as far as Augusto. He heads it again. Another one hitting the post this time. Twice we've hit the woodwork. Twice. It's so close yet so far. We're going to rue those mistakes, I think. And could we be looking at the end of the road for our Champions League season already? We drop down into the final qualifying round of the Europa League should we lose today. So we've still got a chance of reaching the group stage of a European competition. But I'd like it to be the Champions League. Allen into Molnar. Molnar's it's offside. I think it was Allen who was probably offside, I think. No replay for it. I think it was Allen offside rather than Molnar because Molnar was behind Allen when Allen put the ball in. We've got a few minutes left and a panic's then. Schneider into the middle, collected by their goalkeeper. Okay. What do we do here? We can't. There's no really good attacking players. Cruz can come on for Biancone, who's played terribly. Oh, I should have started Cruz probably earlier on in today's game. Right, the highlight is continuing though as we get the ball down to Schneider. Schneider coming forward into Alex Smith. Schneider, come on, please lads, just get it forward nicely. Smith, come on, work some magic. Allen, shot, should have put it across. A few minutes left of today's game. Finally, just show some passion. We need just grab an equaliser. Oh, Ilic is injured. Hopefully that's not bad. Obviously we can't make the change now because we've made 3 subs already. So we've got to finish off the game on a man down. Don't concede another one now. Don't concede another one now. If you dare concede another one, that's it. Unless we pull out an absolute blinder at PSV in Eindhoven, we're out of the Champions League. In before all the comments that said you should have moved Alex Smith back into Ilic's position. You're right, I should have done, but it was in the 90th minute, so I didn't think it was actually going to matter. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, all right then. Ilic out for 4 to 5 weeks. That's a long time. What it means, though, is the guy we've brought in on loan from, I can't remember what his name is. We've not even played him yet. We've not even played him yet, but the guy we've brought in on loan who can play in the midfield from Benfica, he's got to step up now massively. We'll definitely go for wingers, though, against Logano. I've decided that now. We're going to go for wingers against Logano. The league table, by the way, should probably show you this. Servette are surprisingly top of the table as it stands right now. 4 wins from 4 games. Basel second on 10 points, but they've played 4 games themselves. So if we win today, we go up to 8 points and stay in 3rd place. Young Boys have won 1, lost 1 and drawn 1, but they also play at the same time as us, I would imagine. So we'll see what happens anyway. But going into the game, I've said I want to play the wingers. So Molnar is going to be up front. We need to get Jake Allen on. But on the other wing, obviously, we need to get Tim Wright on. Ilic is injured, so Neto is going to come on for him. Swap those 2 over. Ilic off the bench for the guy that I can't pronounce, if we can find him. Oh, he's injured himself. So in that case, Scheidegger's on the bench. Cruz can come back on for Biancone, but we're going to have to rest everyone because we're going to be lacking some fitness, aren't we? Right then, kickoff is upon us. If we can get a positive result here today, I think it could sway me to go for wingers. That's what I'm thinking. Like, if we score 5 or 6, we're definitely doing wingers against Logano. If we're not scoring goals here today, against PSV, I meant, if we don't score goals today against Logano, we'll go back to the diamond for PSV as Jake Allen puts the ball into the middle and Gonzalo gives us the lead. A nice little set piece there. I've just realised that Jake Allen, obviously is Alan J, but we've also got a midfielder called Allen who's never really made too many appearances, but he plays every now and again. He's been on loan the past couple of seasons, actually. Great header from Gonzalo, by the way. But that's going to be a bit confusing because he's called Allen, spelt the exact same way. Also, I've just seen this as well. I can't remember if I even included this bit. I might have taken this bit out of the transfer special because we didn't get him. But there was a player playing for Logano that we tried to sign but turned us down because I was a bit too harsh on the contracts. Capo. Capo is currently playing for Logano. You might remember him from a few episodes ago we tried to sign him. But Molnar, looking to make it 2, does make it 2. I think It's swaying me. 2 goals in 25 minutes. Maybe we do go for wingers against PSV. If anything, you've got to feel for Coley. Obviously, he got injured, but then saw Yuan leave the club and thinking, right, I'm going to be the main striker now that Yuan's gone. And yet he's just seen Molnar scoring goal after goal after goal. And obviously Molnar is now the main man. Coley's got to do a lot to get back into the side. Another chance for us just before half-time. It's a fantastic free kick up to Molnar, who's already in behind the defence. And he's grabbed another goal. He's 8th of the season. You love to see it, Molnar. 8 goals already. What a player. So I take it back. I did say when we signed him, we don't even need him. We don't want him. But we do need him, and I desperately want him at the club. So thank you for whatever. I don't know what instinct I had to sign him, even though we didn't need strikers at the time. I'm so glad we did. 'Cause it also meant we could sell Yuan for £5 million. If Molnar wasn't at the club, Yuan wouldn't have gone. But it's the way it's worked out. Worked out brilliantly. What I'm seeing, though, is Grasshoppers 3-0 up in the first half using winger formation. I think we do it. I think we stick with this for PSV. Obviously, PSV are a different kettle of fish to Logano, but we've registered 23 shots. They've only had 2 shots. Make that 4 shots because they had 2 there. They've scored a goal back, but it's what we need. We need goals, and we've seen them so far today. So I think we stick with it. And now we are looking for a fourth as Augusto looking to bring it forward through Boone. Boone can get up to Tim Wright. Tim Wright into Schneider. Schneider coming forward on the ball once again. Looking to put it across to Allen, who gets it in the end. Allen, go on, lad. Oh, nearly. Logano's goalkeeper has the ball in his hands. What's he going to do with it? Just roll it out to Molnar for his hat-trick. That would be quite nice. Instead, he punts it up the pitch. But we do win the ball back, and Schneider coming forward can't quite keep hold of possession, and Capo, the guy we wanted to sign, has pumped it forward, and Felipe Cruz, I thought was going to get a red card then. Capo nearly scores himself, and now we're on the counter-attack as Alex Smith runs forward. It gets into Allen. Allen on his own. Molnar with a hat-trick. His 3rd hat-trick of the season. When he scores goals in games, he only scores hat-tricks. So if he doesn't score against PSG, we're losing. He has to. If he scores in the first minute, we know we're winning the game. He's getting 3 goals, but he is on fire. He's a superb striker. He is, though, what you'd call inconsistent. Yes, he's got 9 goals, but those 9 goals have come from 3 games, and we've played more than 3 games this season. Just in a similar way to both Yuan and Coley. They only scored braces last season. I don't really recall them scoring many goals, just the one in the game. They'd score like 2 in a game mostly, I think. Not really 1 game, next game 1, next game 1. It'd be like 2, no, 2, no, like something like that. I feel like we could be having something similar with Molnar. What was I going to say there? To be fair, actually, I've probably been saying this wrong. It's probably Molnar, isn't it? Or something like that. But I've said Molnar now. That's it. And that settles things. Please don't go forward a day. Don't go forward a day yet. Good, right. We need to rest them all because they're all going to be tired. So we need to rest them. Another outgoing player for you, Josip Brnić, is leaving the club for £500,000. He's a player that was never really featured. He's a striker. Only 1.5-star current ability though. He's never improved massively. We've got other youth strikers who are better than him, who can do more than him, got better potential. So it made sense to get rid, especially when Sion are spending £500,000 on him. So we'll take your £500,000. Thank you, Sion. It also means we've now made £7.5 million from transfers this season. You love to see it. So we are 2-0 down to PSV. But if anything can turn it around, it's this formation, and we're not going to make any changes because I think the team played really well. So no changes to the starting lineup. Perhaps we should make changes, but I'm not going to. So we'll stick with it. Another 4-1 win. If we can win 4-1, that would be perfect. They are going defensive, though. They are going defensive. They know all they have to do is just not concede goals and they're through. So they are going defensive. We've got Molnar on the team, though, and he only scores hat-tricks. So do your thing, Molnar. Right, they've got a free kick on the edge of the area. This wasn't part of the plan. We've cleared it, though, and we are straight on the counter-attack. Neto, what a ball up to Molnar. Molnar, don't mess this... that was so close. The keeper really under pressure there, but that's a great start from us in today's game. Felipe Cruz now putting the ball in the area. Molnar trying to get there, but doesn't get anywhere near the target. Come on then, boys. I'm expecting a big reaction from you, and already we are seeing great start from us as Allen looks to put the ball into the middle. Scheidegger can't quite get on the end of it. It was a poor crossing, the truth, and the counter-attack is coming now as PSV through on goal. Fruchtl puts it over the bar in the end. It was a good shot, perhaps an all right save. Corner coming in. And it's collected by Fruchtl. Another chance for us then. Alex Smith back to Cruz. Allen, can he get it through to someone? Not quite, but he does retain possession as he gets past his defender into Tim Wright in the middle. Randy Schneider, first goal of the season, straight into the top corner. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We've got an away goal back. If we bring it back to 2-2, we're back on level terms then. We're back on level terms. What a goal it is, by the way. Just absolutely smacks that as hard as he can into the top corner. Thank you, Randy. Come on then, keep going, boys. 12 shots to their 7 shots. We are the team on top. This formation change has worked out beautifully as... Oh, I thought we were going to score a goal, then we didn't score the goal, and it's PSV on the counter-attack. Their number 9's through on his own. He's in behind the defence. Fruchtl, thank you. This is tense. This is actually quite tense. More tense than I was expecting it to be, but I'm giddy. I'm getting myself into this. It's a bit more exciting than the last episodes we've had, where we lost the cup, lost the title. It was all a bit depressing, really, as Fruchtl just about gets a save done there. All right, we're approaching half-time, and we're 1-0 up. It's not quite good enough yet. Do we go aggressive? Aggressively. We owe PSV. Maybe aggressive wasn't the best thing to do. I don't know why I went aggressive there. Should have gone passionate maybe. But we owe PSV, obviously. Come on, lads. Attacking. Attacking and demand more. We're going to say that as... that was a very quick highlight there. Obviously, nothing happened in it. As the second half's going by far too quickly. Okay. This is not what I wanted to see. Very attacking, please. Very attacking. Show some passion. But now we've only got 20 minutes left. And we've had no shots, basically, in the second half. PSV have countered us beautifully, which means we're going to switch back to a diamond. Let's get 2 strikers on there instead. All right. Kodra. Kodra's coming on for Tim Wright. And then Sosa is not on the... Oh, he's on the bench. There we go. I panicked then. Allen coming off. Do your stuff, boys. 2 strikers might be the best way to go about it as we go on to very attacking as well. If anything, Fruchtl's to blame for all of this. Despite his fantastic saves, he is to blame because he should have saved one of those goals in the last episode or last game as... Oh, PSV have a defensive error of their own, which we nearly capitalise on. Please. Come on. Just the one. Just the one goal will do it right now. Oh, the time is running out. We've not done it. We've not done it. So PSV beat us 2-1. They go into the playoff stages of the Champions League to fight for a group stage place. It's not quite where we wanted to be. Young Boys have got through, though. They've won 8-1 against PAOK. So hopefully, I hope Young Boys get to the Champions League group stages to sort of keep the momentum going with the coefficient. If 2 Swiss teams got to the group stage of the Champions League, that would do wonders for the coefficient, and then that would increase our coefficient more. We'd get more places next season. It's not quite worked out like that, but from what I understand, it means we drop down. Oh, that's not looking good. I thought it meant we drop down into... Oh, it's probably because the Europa League's not played yet. I think we drop down into the final qualifying stage of the Europa League. I think that's what's happening. So the Europa League games have just played. Obviously, we've not been given much news about that. We're on the Friday now. This should tell us. Or does it not tell us? Okay, well, maybe that's it then. Is that it? Are we just out of European football now? But looking at the rules, it now says losers qualify for the group stage. But the group stage of what? Obviously not the Champions League. Is it Europa League or is it the Europa Conference League again? I literally don't have a clue, but we haven't got time to do another game. I don't want to do another game in this episode either because that would be just far too long for an episode. So I think he looks like a good player. Let's scout him out a bit more. I think what we're going to do then is just sort of wait and see. So I don't know when next episode is going to be. Really, I don't know when it's going to be. But I'll keep you informed and you'll see next episode. So I suppose with that regard, I'll see you tomorrow for next episode and we'll see what's happened in European football. So if you've enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And I'll see you next time for some more Football Manager action against a surprise team. Have a good one. Goodbye.